this series, when employees do dumb things, I have a
Love-hate relationship.
love-hate relationship with this. So the fortunate part about the story that you are about to tell is it's ancient history, but it's terribly applicable to probably every startup company who's got that guy who says, I've been doing this for 35 years and this is how we've always done it. Famous last words, this is how we've always done it.
Yes, this is the way it'll be done in the next 35 years to boot.
So the story you relayed to me was just horrific training. Please share this. And I'm going to try not to snort laugh.
This is one of the more interesting cases that I have been involved with where I was the one who was being trained.
Okay, so this was like last week.
Yeah. Like last week was like 40 years ago. Yes. I've worked for a company and they wanted to kind of capitalize on the fact of my youth. If you can believe I was young once. They wanted me to learn more things in a company. And as business owners, don't we always want our staff that comes in to learn more so that they can do more, so that they can move up into the company and have new opportunities and make more money and all that. So of course I jumped at the opportunity to be trained on how to do floor care.
Okay.
I was told that these two guys were the best guys ever.
So these are the leaders on the team. They got this.
Yeah, they got this. You're going to learn so much from them. I was a greenhorn. I knew nothing about floor care. I'd only been working for this company for a very short period of time. I mean, I knew how to dust, mop, and mop, but I never had any floor care experience, and they wanted me to get some. So they sent me out with their project team for the night.
Mutt and Jeff.
Mutt and Jeff, yes. We're going to protect the guilty. There ain't no innocent in this one. Guilty. I meet them at the job site, and they're like, oh, we're going to teach you how to refinish a floor today. And we're going to strip and wax it, which is old terminology even, so that tells you how long ago this story goes back. They decide to teach me in a way that is, you know when your eyes burn and you wish you never saw what you saw?
Are you suffering PTSD from this training?
I am. It's like, this is so funny, but it wasn't funny at the time. I knew nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like on the edge of my seat because I want to learn everything that there is about floor care. It was in an old manufacturing facility, very greasy, grimy dirt everywhere. And you could see a traffic pattern, which is, you know, where people walk up and down hallways and it looks like a road. It's just embedded dirt. They're like, yep, we got to refinish this floor. We got to strip and wax this floor. I was like, okay, what do I do? Oh, no, you just sit back and you watch. We'll explain everything that we do. So they go over to the floor finish bucket, which was a 5-gallon pail, and they opened it up and they go, okay, you take the floor wax. They opened it up and they start pouring it on the floor down the middle of the
So they're glugging it down the middle of the...
Glugging it from one end of the hall to the other. I don't know any different.
Sure.
They're the experts, and they do. It was a big hallway. Okay. And then I'm asking questions because I'm like, there's a lot of cardboard boxes on the floor. Oh, no, we don't move anything. We work around them.
They're going to strip in...
Oh, they didn't sweep it. They didn't mop it. I mean, I know all this now that's critical. I didn't know it back then. I was like 2 weeks on the job. What do I know?
They're going to get the job done all at once.
They're going to get it all done at once, you know. So they're glugging this down the center of the hallway, and then they get a burnisher. And a burnisher is a machine that's supposed to be used on a floor to polish it and get rid of the fine scratches and the scuff marks and all that. And the revolutions per minute on this machine was about 1,500 RPM. So that pad was revolving 1,500 times per minute.
My physics training is starting to kick in here.
Yeah. And they took that and put the pad on the machine and ran it right down where they just poured all this, what they called wax. And as soon as that pad hit that puddle of wax, it just went walls, floors, ceilings, the boxes, the windows, me, them, anybody that was walking through an entryway at the time. And it was like everywhere. And at that point, I'm like,
Are you sure?
This doesn't seem right to me. Oh no, this is the way we do it. We do it on every job like this, and we have nothing but compliments about the work we do. And I decided that something wasn't right, and I messaged the manager that was responsible for this area, 911, 911, 911, with the code to the building.
Yeah.
Every building had a number, so I put the building number 911. So he had no idea what he was walking into. And he walked into this building, and he saw the wax finish all over everything. And like I said, even including me.
Yeah.
And he goes, what the heck happened? Oh, we're just getting ready to break down another successful job. And because the finish ran into the cardboard boxes, they were adhered to the floor. So I know that the company that I was working for back then was in a lot of hot water. I mean, they kept the account, but I mean, when you do training, don't let your staff train.
Okay, so let's go back to this. I realize that this is an old story, Joel, and a comical one. Well, it's comical now.
Oh, now it is, yes.
For our listeners, for the cleaning company owners, for the shift managers, for the things that you and I have shared together on those private moments about what happens that your customers are facing. When we're talking about staff who've been around a long time, oftentimes that attitude persists. This is the way we've always done it.
Those are the most dangerous words in the world. Yeah. Any manager will tell you that, because we're supposed to be looking for ways to become more profitable, become better advocates for our customer.
So for our listeners, when you are looking for a training for a professional that actually knows the industry, has been at this, contact Joel. Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.